$2,200. Even if it comes down to where, okay, here's questions I'm thinking. How could we justify the coaches of the freshman level only having a 12-game schedule? Well, that freshman coach and that JV coach is under the guidance of the head coach. They could scout, they could videotape, they could participate in practices. You could justify their athletic salaries by that way. My question here, I have two questions. What other alternatives you looked at in trying to save this varsity sport? But then tonight when I heard Mr. Boyce speak on saying that we're piloting participation, paying to participate, you are singling out a student athlete that has to be participating in track. You're sending the wrong message. You're telling all these students that are participating in track, they're not as important as all those other athletes. If you're going to participate, pay to participate, you need to go across the board. $10. Powell has 2,400 students coming in September. You charge them $10, that gives you $24,000. There has to be other ways to save a varsity sport. You have varsity athletes looking for colleges. Where are these kids, 300 kids or 400 student athletes, where are they going in the winter? What are they going to do? And as the other parents said, it's not the same. It's not a continuation. We don't have, track does not have a feeder program. It has one level, varsity, a varsity level. I don't have freshmen, they don't have JV, we have no way to improve their skills. And you're taking away the sport for all these athletes. So my question is, I want to know, what other alternatives did you guys look at? And another thing you stated was, you're looking at the 3 coaches. I'm sure you've been to Rebel Relays, track and field. Where's the liability? You want to get rid of a coach. You have pole vaulting going on up on top. You have all the weights going on the bottom. The jumpers are over here. The sprinters are over here. They're not sitting on a soccer field or a basketball court with 2 coaches or 3 coaches on the sideline in a specific area. They're all over the place. Your liability will go up if you decrease the coaching staff. I'm upset, I'm annoyed. I can't believe you think we're going to accept this decision and pay to play when you're only singling out one sport. Thank you.
Judy Weisinger.
Good evening, I'm Judy Weisinger from Manalapan. My son attends Manalapan High School. My concern is also what this woman just spoke of, pay to participate. My question is, what about clubs? What clubs have been eliminated, not eliminated? How is that situation going to be? Is that at the building level? So that was my one question. And the other one was, why single out winter track? And I love that all kids are able to participate in something after school. That's my main objective. As long as they're not hanging out at the mall or at the rec and they're doing something physical, I think that's wonderful. Let them all pay. Let every football player play, everybody, across the board. And that might help eliminate the $150 per student to participate in that. Thank you.
Jim Sage.
Jim Sage, Marlboro. I'm here to talk about basically reiterate what I mentioned last month. I'm here to voice my opposition to Ms. Evangelis's reappointment to Assistant Superintendent. As I stated at the last meeting, she failed to offer an explanation, an apology, or offer to repay approximately $5,000 in pay raises and tuition reimbursement that she should not have received from 2006 to 2008. This district placed faith and confidence in her to request her reappointment, and she should show the same mutual good faith in these tough economic times, whereby teachers, sports, and other activities are being cut. She should be offering this money back to the kids of this district. We have a packed audience here, and that's all we're basically concerned about is the kids, the cuts that they're facing, and the teachers that are being eliminated. Ms. Edelstein stated she has tenure. I'm not requesting she be terminated, although 2 years ago, for what she did and the others, she should have been terminated. And we wouldn't have this tenure issue that we're speaking of right now. I'm requesting this board vote no in a symbolic resolution to an incident that disgraced this district, that the governor back in May had to sign a law because of what Wasser and the other four did to this district. As Mr. Edelstein stated, if we eliminate her position, it will bring on other issues. Well, let's face the challenge and let's bring on these other issues. We're famous for that. And let's send a message that the largest academic fraud in the history of this district will not go unanswered. She has $5,000 that could go to these kids. We should demand it back by symbolically voting no. And I'm also requesting that any member of this board who has a member working for this district not vote on this issue. Thank you.
Marjorie Wold, excuse me, Wold.
Hi, Marjorie Wold, Colts-Neck. I didn't have anything prepared. These have been fabulous speeches because I agree with every single one of them. To give you a background, my husband and I have lived in town since my eldest daughter was 3 years old. She just started her freshman year in college. We pretty much are a sports family, but recently we also became a band family. I have identical twin daughters, and they are starting their sophomore year, and one is in the band, and one is in the track. So I'm affected both ways. And it really came as a surprise to me. My daughters are both very much affected by this. They're very different girls. One's very athletic, one's a little on the shy side. I encouraged her to start marching band. Met band parents and was just thrilled with the company that she was keeping. She's made some friends, she's still very shy, but I was very encouraged by the fact that she could ride the bus with the other kids, go to away games, participate, and she slowly is coming out of her shell. It's been great for her. My other daughter, she runs track, she ran with her sister. Her sister taught her some of the techniques, but really she's truly learned from the other participants, from the upperclassmen, from the coaches, and she has had much success. But the really important thing that I don't understand that really has been discussed today is this pay to play and singling out one sport. I would definitely echo that because I think it's really up to the kids, like someone had said, to focus on track and not to focus on the other sports. If it truly is the only way we can go, I think a flat fee for all sports is really the way to go. It's the only fair way. And I have two questions. One is that if this is going to be the way that it's going to go, how is this going to be communicated? Because over the summer, and I understand with summer and a lot of people are away, nothing was communicated. I happen to know who to email and who to ask, and I still didn't really get answers, and that's why I'm here tonight, mostly to get some answers. I found no communication from the school district at all. I found no communication from the PTSO, which is unusual because I usually get all their emails to volunteer and help sell things, and I didn't get any information from the PTSO. I think that the parents, these coaches, the administration, we've all got to work together. It shouldn't be any backbiting. We all want what's best for the kids, but I really think that there's got to be a systematic communication where there's an email blast, not just look it up on the website and click on a link. There's got to be an email blast to the parents. This is where we're at with this issue and across the board. And then my other question was, because this is such a large district, when you talk about the different clubs and what's affected by these budget cuts, is any of this at the discretion of the building principal, or is this something that all of the principals will need to agree with? Because we were told with band that perhaps it was something that all of the district has to agree upon, and everyone has different needs and different wants, and I don't know if we'll be spinning our wheels for months trying to come up with a decision. So basically, I would really like the communication factor to go way up so that the parents feel that they're really being heard. Thank you.